All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. And the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh, and His unbegotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach Yahushua. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew. Balash Kadash, the tongue, and I say Barakatham to the elders and apostles, what Akim, Aqua, from I say Shalom. Hold on, let me turn on my light for a second. So I have better light. Salakia for that. So this is a quick sit-down lesson of the M.O.T.B news updates as of April the 12th, 2026 on this Sunday afternoon. And as we start to see, the more pushing of the mark of the beast, as we see more of a cashless society, it's going to be a time where if you to buy or sell, this is going to be the new norm of the pushing of the M.O.T.B, which is the mark of the beast, which quoted Revelations 13, verse 16 to verse 18. And this is from AI Summary. It says, understanding of Revelation 13, verse 16 from KJV, Bible 1611 version, consider these key points. It says this corroborate. It says to describe a mark, which is a corroborate, that is required to buy and sell. Right, this is required to have that mark, which is that mark of the beast, that they want to implement your right hand or your forehead to buy or sell. It's mentioned that the mark is placed on the right hand or the forehead, right, place it under your right hand skin or your left hand skin or of your forehead. It says the mark symbolizes the allegiance to the beast, right? Yeah, allegiance to the beast under this current beast system. It says a figure, right? This beast, which is ruled by the beast system, a figure is opposition of Yahweh, which is the Heavenly Father. Right, so this beast system is opposed to the ways of the Heavenly Father, opposite the ways of Heavenly Father Yahweh. It says it highlights the importance of discernment and spiritual matters, right? Discernment and spiritual matters. This passage warns that consequences of accepting the mark, right? So if you accept the mark, you are ineligible for salvation, as particularly the Israelites. So it's very important for us to not be integral of this beast system and not have that mark of beast, because we're going to be uneligible for salvation. And if we take that mark of beast, definitely want to take that mark of beast. Because, once that out temptation occurs, hey, so we want to be, what's that, Revelation 3, verse 10, hey, as long as we continue to keep the pace of the words of the Heavenly Father, hey, out of Ratza, He'll keep us in that out temptation, because this is what we're about to enter into. This current beast system that we're currently in, and the full pushing of the mark of the beast, it emphasizes the theme of faith and faithfulness to Yahweh amidst trials, right? Because it's going to be trials and tests, especially when that Revelation 3 verse 10 comes into play. So I'm going to bring out some news articles and relates to the, especially with this central district currency. It's going to lean towards the pushing of this mark of beast. So bring out some news articles, even if they seem even if they are some recent ones. It says the European central banks. Bring up this news article. It says the European Central Bank, the ECB. It says European Central Bank research study examines the distance profile of the crypto holders and users in the Euro era. It says European Central Banks has released a worker paper that has attempted to examine who exactly adopts the crypto assets across the Eurozone and why the everyday use remaining limits or so the European Central Bank studies claims. The author, the economic Alexander Zemel Perez, the questionnaire analyst reportedly draws with a team of 2022 survey over 39,500 adults to 17 Euro area countries. However, the full reliability val- validity of this European Central Bank study cannot be fully ascertained. Nevertheless, it seems that the bias of the European Central Bank study challenges common assumptions about digital currency replacing traditional money and highlights a complex relations with physical cash. It says research identifies the two separate groups among the crypto industry participants. It says a typical owner tends to be younger, male, better educated, employed, and financially engaged. However, this actually trends to observe the global financial markets as well. They often hold higher incomes and maintain larger investments in portfolios and keeping more cash reserves than the general population. This individual shows mixed preference that tends to appreciate the privacy and convenience associated with cash, yet they also value the speed and efficiency of card payments. This blend suggestions of the crypto appeals to them as both modern investment tool and digital compliance to familiar fund money habits. In contrast, the smaller subset who actually use crypto for payments, often called crypto payers, exhibits the distant cash oriented profile. This prioritizes replicating of the anatomy of complicity of physical banknotes in a digital format. For them, crypto serves less as an investment and more as a private, easy to use alternative to handling over notes and coins. The studies find that standard statistical models and initially shows a positive link between holding cash and owning a crypto, which runs counter to the idea and that the early holders are turning away from the traditional currency. But again, this claim is questionable considering that cash does not always remain a reliable store of value or even a medium exchange. However, one research account of underlying factors of this picture changes using advanced electromagnetic technicals of including the two-stage selection models to separate the ownership for actual payment behavior and multiple instrument approach based on dynamic relations payments disruptions to paper established what it claims as casualty relationships. However, it's not actual a casual relationship. It leans more towards it being seemingly strong correlation, correlation at best. Right, so they was talking about the pushing, the essential digital currency. These insights carry important policy messages according to the European Central Bank. Regulators may need that treat crypto primarily an investment vehicles for most users, while any future of central digital bank currency should incorporate strong privacies and protections and straightforward. Right, so this is basically like the cryptocurrency use as the European Central Bank studies finds that about the crypto holders. Because definitely privacy concerns been a must, especially among these nations, and that's going to continue to increase show forth. So that's an insight that we're leaning towards more and more of a cashless society as we start to see more cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, stablecoin, cryptocurrency, the pushing of the digital dollar, and the pushing that leads to the road up to the M.O.T.B. So definitely, money and privacy concern is definitely going to be a must, and we're seeing that a lot. So I just want to read that news article because some of these are like previous news articles, but that shows that it's leading stages towards more and more of a increasing uptick of a cashless society. It says why the Swiss banks are suddenly testing the digital franc and what it means for citizens. Swiss banks is successfully testing a digital franc deposit token in 2025 that enables fast and programmed payment using. It says for the outlook 2 days ago, central bank currency, the future of money in a global crypto era, exploring how the bank of the digital right? The bank digital currencies, CBCs, is transforming from global finance, enabling security and fast, regulated, right? Because this is a up the pace, fast security of fast payments. So as I mentioned again, definitely security, privacy concerns will be a must, especially with these companies and these businesses around the world. Of course, your everyday consumer, they want to worry about the financial privacy concerns as well too. But that just shows you that's a step that we're leaning towards more and more of a cashless society under this current B system, because it's going to transform to the use of the physical dollars and turn into the use of the the money of the digital dollar, and that's going to transform into the towards those modern day steps of the pushing of the market beast. Right, yeah, because these previous news articles, like I mentioned again, yeah, so I just want to mention those news articles, but in the meantime, bring out the scriptures. So this is the book of Revelations, chapter 13, verse 16. And the cause of all, both small and great, start at verse 15. Revelations 13, verse 15, it says, He had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that many that would not worship the image of the beast shall be unalive. Right? Because, hey, this beast system opposes the ways of the Heavenly Father. Like it says in the AI review, that breaking down the key points about Revelations 13 verse 16. So the beast system opposes the ways of Heavenly Father. So if you continue to be part of society, under this current beast system, as we entering more and more of this cashless society, with this AI technology being advanced more and more, as we start entering a more cashless society, a more paperless society as well too, because your financial information, your medical information, your personal information is going to be all into one of this pushing of the market beast that they want to put this implement this brain chip, this neural link, this nanotechnology, and this digital RFID chip that they want to implant inside your body for you to buy or sell. He had power to give life on the image of the beast, that the image of the beast shall both speak and cause that many that will not worship the image of the beast shall be unalive. That's similar to it's that Revelations 14 verse 11 and that Revelations 13 verse 15. It says Revelations 13 verse 16, and the cause of all, both small and great, rich or poor, free or bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads, right? To receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads to buy or sell. And this is Salaki for a second. Yeah, it's the book of go to the next verse. Revelations 13 verse 17. It says that no man might buy or sell, say that he had the charagma or the name of the beast or know his name, right? That no man might buy or sell unless they had the mark of the beast or that he had the mark, which is that charagma. You search that for the blue letter Bible, and that goes into mark, which is a charagma. It says that no man might buy or sell, say that he had the mark, which is that charagma, as I mentioned again, or the name of the beast, right? Or the name of the beast, or to know his name. And this is the book of Revelations 13, verse 18. It says, Here is wisdom, let him have understanding. Count the number of the BAST, for it is a number of a man, and his number is SIX, 303 squared SIX. So with that, hopefully this quick sit down lessons are edifying as we start to see more and more, this current beast system of the fully implementing of this market beast, with this digital dollar, digital ID, Bitcoin, stablecoin, cryptocurrency, neural link, nanotechnology, AI technology that's going to be part of this beast system in order for you to buy or sell, pushing up this charagma, which is that mark of the mark of the beast, this current system for you to buy or sell as we lean towards that directions, as we got these leaders in power signing these executive orders to implement the brain chip, to implement more neural link nanotechnology, to implement more and more of these smart cities, 15-minute cities, on this new financial system, on this current B system that we're about to enter into for you to buy and sell. Then they're going to fully introduce and fully implement throughout the whole, all these nations to buy or sell as we're leaning towards more and more towards that directions. As we're definitely are in the book of Revelations 13, verse 16 to verse 18, it's only continues to increase. And this is a prophecy that's going to come past fulfilled. So as I mentioned again, hopefully this sit down lesson was edifying. The M.O.T.B news updates, which is the market beast which is recorded in the book of Revelations 13, verse 16 to verse 18. So hopefully this is edifying. And with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rokar Kadash. And your Heavenly Father, that you name is Yahweh, and the Son begat Son, Bahashem, in the name of Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashkadash, the Holy Tongue. And I say Barakatham to the elders and apostles, Wa'aki and Wa'akwa. For till next time, I would say Kum Yashrala and Abba Shalom.